Hi, I'm Stephanie with Schacht Spindle Company. Today we're going to talk about how to adjust the front maiden on your Sidekick spinning wheel. The Sidekick spinning wheel has more moving parts with the front and the rear maiden than most of our other wheels because it is made to fold up and travel. So the rear maiden you are going to find is adjusted by this quick release lever. The front maiden, similarly, will be adjusted by this quick release lever. So one of the issues that you may encounter is that you have set up your wheel and you sit down to spin and you notice that it feels like it's very hard to treadle and that the flyer just is not moving very freely. I mean, you can tell that it should be spinning freely. Well, one of the things that affects that is the spacing between the shoulder on your flyer and this front maiden bearing. And that can be affected by the angle of this front maiden. We do have stops inside the sides of the spinning wheel to stop that front maiden from rotating too far. But these don't necessarily make it a perfect adjustment for your flyer. So let me show you how to adjust that and what you're looking for. We are looking for a 1/16 to an 1/8 of an inch between the shoulder of this flyer and the front maiden bearing, this red bearing. So you can tell when I try to move the flyer back and forth between the bearings, there is no space for this flyer to move. We want to have a small gap, and that will allow the rotation of the flyer to just move very freely inside this self-lubricating bearing. So how I'm going to make that adjustment is to release the quick release lever, and then I'm going to rotate this front maiden, and once I put it up against the stops, you're then going to see now I do have much more of that space. So even if you want just a little bit more space, you can push the front orifice of the flyer to give yourself just a little bit of a gap. Connect that quick release lever back down to your wheel so it stabilizes that front maiden. Now that we have it adjusted, you're going to notice that we have that, between 1/16 and 1/8 inch between the shoulder and the front bearing. And you're going to notice how much more freely our flyer is going to move. That's going to make it a lot easier to treadle. And if you're experiencing this issue, try that little adjustment and see if it helps.